Hi everybody. Today is Saturday, August 12th, 2023. I almost said April 12th.
Oh.
But it's August 12th, 2023.
That would have been good.
And this is episode number 27 of Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. I'm Jane.
And I'm Julie. Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
It's you said it's August, right?
It's August.
It's an August day that felt...
The dog days of summer.
That felt fallish this morning.
Oh, it was
We actually
glorious.
opened up the windows a little bit till the air conditioner kicked on, then we'll close them all.
It was glorious.
Good.
And the Minnesota State Fair, 2 weeks.
I want to go, but it's so peoply.
It's very people.
Yeah, and I can make corn dogs at home.
And cheaper.
If I felt so inclined to have something on a stick. So we are here to bring you whatever we've got. What a week. Why is it every episode we start with, I haven't seen you, it's been such a week.
Yeah.
I mean, for two old broads, we kind of really have it going on, don't we?
We really do. On both burners.
Well,
Yeah.
Jane,
Julie.
need I ask, what have you been stitching on?
Oh, Julie, thank you for asking.
You're welcome. I'm really interested because, like I said, I saw you last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that later. But I haven't really, we really haven't even texted that much.
Yeah,
So,
that's unusual for us.
Yeah,
We usually have
it
a good
is.
text thing going.
yeah.
I didn't do a ton of stitching, but I did do a few things.
Oh, well,
So
let's
I
see.
will. I
Let's-
will share.
Let's get the show rolling,
Okay.
as the kids say. Which I was
All
told
right.
they don't say that.
Nobody says the things that we think are cool when we say them.
I say them and I go, that's what the kids say. And then Bella goes, Grandma, they don't.
The reality check of Miss Bella. I worked very briefly on Yellow Submarine by Blackbird Designs. And I am doing this on 36 count Summer Storm by Seraphim. And I am using a combination of the DMZ conversion that's on the chart and the fancy flosses. So I didn't get a ton done, but
A
here's
ton done in Summer Storm.
or
right?
Summer Storm. But here's,
Oh, you got more of the ship.
yep, yes, we'll say that very carefully. The ship. We got more of the
You
ship
got
done.
some ship done there.
Not a
Quite
ton,
cool.
but the periscopes are done. So,
You know, I have my submarine magnet on the arm of my Dazar lamp. That just makes me feel like I too am stitching.
like we're both included.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're
that's a
doing
good thing.
a Sal, but mine
By
is
magnet.
Yeah. I'm just stuck.
And then you're gonna. Oh, look at that!
Oh dear, she got some.
Like when I get my flap caught in my jeans zipper. Okay, who are we kidding? I haven't been skinny enough to wear a pair of jeans with a zipper in it for a really long time.
But that brought back memories. Getting that
It
floss
did.
stuck in the
It
zipper.
made me nostalgic for things that have
Oh,
zippers
those were
in
the
them.
days.
Oh my god. And then, y'all, I was so lazy. So if you could see the before and after in this room, you know, we come in and we've got like our pile of
Mhm.
whaps that we're going to show and a few other things. And they're fairly orderly stacks. And then afterwards, when we're done, we're heading for lunch,
Yeah.
like full steam ahead. And I was too lazy to come in here over the last couple of weeks and get all the whaps that were in here. So I ended up stitching on things randomly that I haven't stitched on for a long time.
Well, I think it's funny because over there, that's the last videos on top and the second to the last videos on the bottom stack of whips.
I need to spend a couple of quality hours in here.
And we always say,
Put
after
some
the
things-
video, let's do that. Who are we kidding? After the video, we watch
Lunch.
ourselves to make sure we were
Feed up.
decent.
Yeah.
Then we have lunch.
Yeah.
Then we usually watch a
Flosstube.
Flosstube together.
Yeah.
Sometimes we watch an Outlander episode.
I haven't watched any of the, other than that first episode of the new season, I haven't watched any.
Oh, I watched it last night. The last one of the half season. Yeah.
I did see that a lot of people are upset that we're not going to get the last half of the season until next year.
The end of this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how long can you keep an old gal waiting?
I mean, come on, people.
Bring it on. Boy,
So-
we digressed quickly.
Welcome, y'all.
We need to get
If you're a new viewer,
Well-
you haven't tuned into the wrong place. This is just how we are. So, if you're a returning viewer, you get it.
God bless you.
You knew the risk when you clicked on the video. This is October 31st by Cottage Garden Samplings.
Which I love. I too have to stitch that, but
And I'm stitching this on 40 count Ancient by Picture This Plus with mostly the called for fibers. I made a couple of substitutions.
when you feel
So,
like it.
Yeah, so I have to make a admission. I made a rookie mistake. So when I first kitted this up, I didn't have Gentle Arts tin bucket or tin roof or Rin Tin Tin,
Or
whatever,
tinfoil.
tinfoil, whatever the color was. So I substituted something else. You know, I was gonna,
That's okay.
yeah, and I was gonna work on it until it was done. So why write it down? 6 months later, I pick it up randomly out of the pile, and I get to a part in the pattern for the raven, and it's like, yeah, Rin Tin Tin, let's use that. Oh, right here it is on my floss ring. So I stitched, and middle of the night, I mean, I'm not really paying attention. And the next morning I look at it in the daylight, and it's like, where did that color come from? Well, because I used Rin Tin Tin, except for, you know, instead of the one that I had actually subbed for. So instead of ripping it all out, I just took the color I had substituted and made an extra, you know, leg. To kind of try to blend it more. But don't be like me, everybody. If you make a substitution, write it down, because this fails me quite often these days.
Well, you called and said, this is what I did. This is what I did. She's all upset, you know, blah, 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 bing, bing, boom. And I'm like, well, like, who's going to notice? The other crows.
Yeah, they might ridicule. We don't know.
Wait, that's not part of our tribe.
He could be the black raven of all the black ravens. We don't
He's from
know.
a different
We
part
don't know what kind of
the hood.
bullying takes place. So anyway, here's my
He's gorgeous.
here's my progress.
Oh, but I see what you mean.
Right. Exactly, right. So, the last part of the bird, like from maybe here down, is just pure fiction. Because the pattern is so busy, my working copy was marked up in like rainbow, more colors than Joseph's Technicolor Dreamcoat. I couldn't keep track of it. I just made it up. I just threaded 3 needles and just started randomly stitching.
But
with
like
the colors
know,
of the raven.
he's gorgeous.
I'm glad he's done. So now I just had the pumpkin.
I was going to say, and the pumpkin's done too, but it's not.
So
I'd say it's done.
yeah, I would like to say somebody ate out the core of the pumpkin, and then that's why.
Wait,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
beautiful. Like you can tell. Oh.
Well,
he
I
is just
think like
really
most
gorgeous.
blunders, after a few days pass, and the emotion of it goes away.
Yeah.
You look at it and you go, oh, that's okay.
There's a lot of emotion, intimacy, and
Yes,
emotion.
we established that
yeah.
last time.
And emotion.
Well, I
'Cause
had
you're
some
like-
intimate moments with
Yeah.
this one.
Highly aggressive.
Brown,
Very.
brown chicken.
He was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, I do like.
And then I picked this out of the pile. This is
Oh.
Plum Street Samplers. This I know. And I am doing this on a 36 count fabric, whatever Farm Girl Dry Goods sent to me,
Because it was kitted
because
up.
it was kitted up with all of the called for DMCs and fancy flosses, including the coffee dyed
Yes.
ones. So it's a
And
beautiful palette.
We saw the before. If you want to go back to episode number, you will see how bright they were, and then the whole
You'll
coffee
see Jane
dye.
have a toddler meltdown because
Yeah.
she had to.
And she coffee
dyed.
dyed them. And now when did you show this?
I haven't shown it yet.
Oh my gosh! I'm like, did you show it? Because I wasn't paying attention.
Here's my progress.
I was so focused on getting a drink.
There's a lot of color blocking and fill in. I just wanted to outline the church and then the grass, because if you remember, I was unsure if I was going to have enough fabric.
Yes, that's
So
why you
there's
established
a
it in
steeple
the...
on the top, but this is the bottom of the grass. So I think I'll be okay.
Yes.
But anyway.
So then this, as we will talk about later, would be a retreat piece because it just would be fill-in.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's just show. Did you show?
I did. Let's show it again.
I'm sorry.
Thanks,
oh my
Julie.
gosh.
She asks, and then mentally she just walks away.
It's
After the first piece, she's like, blah, blah, blah. It's like the Charlie Brown with the teacher.
Let me take a drink because that's what I'm preoccupied with because I'm losing my voice. So hang on.
Okay, I'll just show this again. This I know,
You were showing the piece.
very pretty.
You showed the piece. Very nice.
And the coffee dyeing. If you go back and see that episode, you'll see that I had just had such a toddler fit about it. Turned out to be very simple.
And when I was here last Saturday, when I saw the building below the roof of this steeple thing, from a distance, I'm like, wow, that coffee dyed.
It did make a difference.
It just makes it look warm.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Yeah.
It would have been pretty jazzy if you didn't coffee dye it.
There would have been a brightly colored church in the country. People would have been able to find it.
Beautiful. Now maybe I'll do that. Because I too had that pattern that I had to have.
Yeah, come in. We'll come in coffee dye one day.
Okay.
And then I worked on modern folk embroidery. I keep calling it modern fork embroidery.
And I call it modern fork art. I have to put the art in there. That's not. It's the reading.
Yeah, this is IAB 1817, also known as the Rosebush sampler, or also known as the salt box sampler.
That's how I know it.
Hi, Carol.
No, hi, Carol. That's how I know it as is the salt box sampler.
And I am doing this on 36 count Tephra from Cedar River Linen and Design, and I'm using the Roxy Floss Co. thread pack. And here is my progress.
Oh, Jane, it's just,
yeah.
You
You
don't even have to finish the sentence. It's just,
yeah. I may want to monogamously stitch this until it's finished. There's still there's a big vase on the bottom.
Yeah.
And and the border, but it's a beautiful piece, and I really enjoy stitching on it. The linen is beautiful quality.
See the vase, and then
the
those
colors
two
are beautiful.
almost monochromatic ones next to it.
I'm excited for those.
Oh, it is beautiful.
Thank you.
Just beautiful. Could you tell me, and maybe others who just heard you talk about Roxy Floss Co. Roxy Floss Company has their thread dyers?
Yes.
Okay. And they're silk or they're cotton?
Cotton.
Okay.
I don't know if they also dye silk. I'm not quite as familiar, but when I went to evertotes.ca, Evertotes website, when Jacob from Modern Folk Embroidery released this to buy, because I wanted a paper pattern, not a download. And also there was the already put together thread pack.
Okay.
And so that's why I got it. It's a beautiful overnight cotton.
Because I've heard on a couple other floss tubes talk about the Roxy Floss Co. And first, I forgot that they're a thread company. Yep. Do they also have fabric or just floss?
I know Evertotes carries fabric, but I don't know if it's Roxy Floss.
Okay.
It used to be called Leo and Roxy Floss, but then now it's Roxy. Apparently Leo was too busy to help, so Roxy's doing all of the work now.
But
I'm taking full credit.
I wanted to ask because I didn't know if there's anybody else that didn't understand that. I mean, so thank you for enlightening me again, because it just rolls off that Roxy Floss like it's,
Because I have to practice it at night because I stumble over it all the time.
Oh, she's so well prepared.
And then,
now I need another drink.
I went down a rabbit hole. I have a new start. I'm totally under the influence of Brenda of Handwork Maniac on
Hi,
this
Brenda.
one. Hi, Brenda. I don't have a color printer, so I can't show you the, I don't have a color print out of the cover of the pattern. But maybe it's good because you can imagine it in your own color. But this is another modern folk embroidery piece. And this is called the Zimmerman Cutlet.
It is
Coverlet. It's a cutlet.
We need lunch. What do you want for lunch? I'll have a Zimmerman cutlet on brioche bun.
Zimmerman Cutlet with mushroom gravy cheese. So here's the Zimmerman Coverlet.
It is gorgeous.
The design goes until about here. And then what Jacob did was he repeated it 3 times.
Jane pointed that out to me this morning, and I said, so by the end you'll have it by memory.
Yeah, I'll be making the same mistakes over and
All
over
3
again.
times.
Yeah, and I am doing this on a 25 count antique white Lugana, 1 strand of floss over 1 fabric thread. And I am using
Oh, Lord.
DMC 121, which is a variegated.
Now, is that what
DMC.
Brenda
Yes,
did hers
I
in?
totally am ripping her off, except she is doing hers on 56 count linen. I have a story.
Oh my
So
gosh.
anyway, so there it is. And
Of course she is.
just here's my
And
progress.
you didn't warn them to hang on to your hats.
Hang on to your hats, everybody. Here's my progress.
I can't. I can't.
The thread
Look at that.
variegation does a lot of work for you.
Well, it doesn't put it in the fabric by itself.
No, it doesn't put it in.
Oh, Jane. Breathtaking.
So, but I took a couple of skeins and put them around the floss winder that you gave me and cut them and put them on like a floss drop. And I do find myself from time to time going to one of the 6 strand lengths and picking out something a little lighter because otherwise, it would all be
So you're not using it as it came off the skein. You're using a random thread pull from the skein.
the skein. Yep.
Beautiful. I can't wait. This I have had pictures texted for progress, and I'm like,
I just
can't.
couldn't put it down.
Yeah.
I just couldn't put it down.
It's just beautiful.
The 25 count Lugana is pretty easy to see and pretty easy to work on. Yep, the stitches are tiny, but I kind of like the petiteness of it. I do have like a little bit of heartache right now that I probably will get over. But I think because I've been working on it so much, the holes in the fabric look really, really big to me. And so I don't know that it's going to have as delicate a look as I might want it to have if I had just put on my big girl pants and tried it on a very high count linen. And the other problem is Brenda in her latest video had a whip parade and she showed her progress, and I made the mistake on my phone of doing a screen capture so that I could take the photo and blow it up to see what Brenda's stitching looks like.
It's just as gorgeous.
I
as
can't.
Jane's.
I am not worthy.
We
I will
talked
say
about this in the green room.
Stitch
That
around.
that it's just as exquisite. And I argued with her. I kind of put on my bitchy hat, but I said
The Julie 2022
came
hat.
back real quick. That you can compare them, but you can't. And I think she goes, all I'm seeing is holes. And I'm like, well, when you get the whole overall picture done, you're not going to be saying, oh, here I framed fabric with holes. You're going to be so blown by the beauty of this and the design and the color, you won't be so focused on the holes.
Probably true, but also true. This will be another inductee into the drawer of no return. And 10 years from now, Julie and I will be sitting in this room and we'll pull it out and I'll be like, I don't even remember stitching this. Look at how nice it looks.
No.
And Julie won't remember that it's the one that had the big holes.
No.
So we'll be just blissful together that
No.
we came across
No,
another
no,
treasure.
No, Wait, where's my 2022 hat? It's not going in the drawer. It will not go in the drawer. I will promise you. You want to talk about a pinky swear? That's not going in the drawer. Sorry to say. Oh, that felt so good to get that out. Now we have it on film.
So that is my
What's
stitching.
the saying? I can't talk to you
can't talk to you when
when
you're
you're
like
like this,
this.
Jane.
And so many thanks to Brenda for the enablement and the inspiration. And while we're talking about Flosstube friends, I want to be sure that we say a special thank you to some of our Flosstube sisters that were kind enough to mention us in their last video. Missy and Kathy from Two Needles Pulling Thread were kind enough to mention us. I've watched them from the very beginning, so imagine my surprise. I'm just sitting there one night. I'm like, oh, Missy and Kathy have a new video. And I'm listening and I'm enjoying all the projects. And then I thought, well, I'm going to stitch. And then I hear Jane and Julie and I'm like, wait a minute. I know people by that name. And it was us. So we were their Flosstube buddy for that episode. So thank you very much. If you are not following them or subscribed to them, please go over and check them out. Beautiful projects. Things that are not on my radar to stitch, but they're beautiful. And I always have to have a notebook nearby when I'm watching them. Beautiful, beautiful projects. Even more beautiful human beings.
Yes, I had not seen them. So when Jane told me about that, I went over and watched them and subscribed. And I'm hoping to start from the beginning and catch up with them.
It's a good binge.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. So
and
thank you.
Missy and Kathy are sisters-in-law. Missy is married to Kathy's brother Mike. If you follow Missy on Instagram, then you already know that, like I do, that Missy and Kathy, I think, were at a retreat and Mike decided to hijack Missy's Instagram account and do his own version of Flosstube. So I think he has maybe 5, maybe more, short videos. He's got all the lingo down. I die every time I watch it. It is so funny. And Missy and Kathy's Instagram accounts are beautiful. So I will link them below and put their Instagram account names in the description box.
Isn't it fun to have this connection? I really like it.
And then I also want to thank Molly and Kathy of Linen and Scraps. Molly is a very talented paper artist, does scrapbooking and a lot of other paper arts. Kathy is a seasoned veteran of cross stitch like we are, a masterful stitcher, a monogamous stitcher for the most part, and does stitching of models for designers. Molly is a relatively new cross stitcher, I think maybe in the last 2 years. And she does beautiful work. And she is not afraid of projects and switching things up to make them her own and convert them to her color palette, which I think I was afraid to do until I was maybe in my late 50s. So Molly's enthusiasm for discovering things that we all discovered a long time ago as seasoned stitchers is contagious. Her joy at discovering new designers, new fibers, new colors of Ada, hand dyeing her own. I just love it. I wish I lived next door.
It's a breath
I would be over there all the time.
Of creativity.
Yeah,
a real fresh
it really
breath
is.
of
The
creativity.
enthusiasm is infectious.
Yeah.
So please go check them out. Subscribe. They are, I think, planning something special when they hit 8,000 subscribers, and they're pretty close. So if you're not watching them, go give them some love and subscribe. And also very binge worthy.
And ring their bell.
Ring the bell. And speaking of subscribers, since the last time we were with you, we surpassed 5,000 subscribers.
Can you
5K,
believe it?
y'all.
Oh my gosh, it's the only 5K I've completed.
It's a noble
Sitting
one,
in a
too.
chair.
I love it. I love it. So thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you.
We're in this for fun and not to collect subscribers, but it is very heartwarming and fun to watch those numbers continue to grow.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
Thank
we appreciate
you
it.
very, very much. All the news.
I know. So what have you been working on?
Gardening.
Landscaping.
No, I haven't been doing the landscaping. I've been doing the directing of the landscaping. It's been, I was telling Jane in the green room prior to filming that since I'm not doing orders every day, because I sold my inventory to Welcome Stitchery. Hi, Justine. I really don't know what to do with myself. You know, I've been in this for 25 years, and it's been a tough couple of months with the losses that we've had, that I find myself just kind of idling, sitting, thinking, oh, I've got a ton of stuff to do, and I really don't want to do any of it. So
it's a big adjustment period.
So I have been out in the garden. Damn those weeds. So it's been fun. So I've kind of got garden hands and not stitcher hands right now. I mean, I washed them before I came.
Oh, okay, good.
Not well manicured. So I've been doing just kind of weird things like, okay, look.
Look at you.
It's in a project bag, and I got my label thing done. That's like a big deal for me. And I actually have a project in it.
No.
I was looking for something, and I'm like, project bag. I'm throwing them on the floor, and I go, I can't find what I want. And Tom goes, well, maybe it's in a project bag. I said, I don't put stuff in project bags. What do you think I am, Jane? He goes, well, you think maybe if you put them in, you wouldn't be having this problem?
God, he's so logical.
And then I go, well, then I'd have to label it. So that's what I did one day.
Another layer of work.
So this is the Pennsylvania pincushion. Oh, I'm sorry. Pennsylvania Dutch Tomato Pinkeep. It's that whole reading thing that gets me every time.
So many things to remember.
And this is stitched on, not like I'm smart and I remember, but I wrote it on a 3x5 card. 36 count vintage country mocha, and I am doing it with Weeks over dyed Cayenne. So, bathrobe tie. I also fixed my bathrobes. I kept the tie. Because, like, who does that inner tie thing on those bathrobes? No, I come off.
The first thing I do with my magic elastic pants is I just cut those.
Yeah.
Tie it up in a knot, leaving some room for growth and girth.
It's a suggestion.
Cut the ends
It's
off.
a suggestion.
That's right.
If you want to keep them up, you could tie.
Otherwise, well,
yeah. So what I did is I finished the this half. This half. This is this right. Oh, this is silly. Ooh.
Whoa.
That's the center.
Oh, okay.
So I did this half.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's kind of like I can finish the O, and then I'll sit down and do the
Sure.
D. You know, so
And
it was
before you
just
know
kinda,
what, you're at H.
Yeah. Now I just have to do the other side with the other letters on it.
That Cayenne is wonderful.
Yeah, it had. I was
Especially on
gonna
the
do
Mocha.
it in Lancaster, but the Lancaster I had no visible variegation.
Yeah.
This ever so slight variegation,
it's beautiful.
but enough to make it interesting. So
Love it.
that's what I did. Not a whole lot of work, but it was fun to do. Like you said, it was right there because I too left my stuff all down. Actually, my stuff was in the car.
We need Sherpas for after the video.
My stuff was actually in the car. I ain't even taken it out of the car, so that's not too good.
What's that rattling around in the back seat?
Then look at this project bag because I was cleaning. I found I had 2 laptop cases.
Why not?
Yeah, because my laptop doesn't fit in them, so why would I have 2? And my new laptop, because I got a new laptop and a new printer.
Double fancy.
You know, now that I'm not doing any business anymore, why not have that? So this one says on its
scroll
tag.
bars fit in there.
Yeah, I went to all my Judy bags, Judy and Judy's. We have 2 Judy's. And my scroll rods didn't fit in there, but they fit in the laptop. Now that it's back to school season, you might want to try that.
I never would have thought of it.
Yeah, I have a lime green one too. but I like red. So this holds, according to the tag, it holds the sheep virtues by, who is this? Little House Needleworks. I chose 10, and I'm doing them on a long scroll because I'm going to roll them around a vintage spool. Oh, knobs.
Watch those knobs.
Oh gosh. So last episode, I had just finished the kindness. Oh, that's some weeding paint from weeding. Ouch. And I had started the love. Now I have finished the love. Is that going to work? I finished the love. Thank you for the extent. You're like Inspector Gadget.
I had a doctor appointment yesterday and I got a tetanus shot. And I didn't really think my arms were that sore. But I think the reaching is like, oh yeah, I got a tetanus shot.
I gotta make sure I don't
please don't bump it. Yeah, please don't.
Boy, we just dated.
Please get help for that.
We just dated ourselves with the slug bug, didn't we?
We did.
All you young kids. So I finished the love. Again,
I love it.
It's not. I think there's supposed to be a button above, but I'm not putting buttons on because it'll roll lumpy. So
I think it looks great. I mean, it doesn't. You don't look at it and go, God, I think something needs to be.
I think there needs to be a button.
Yeah. Well, let's.
If I felt so inclined, I could put the mother of pearl buttons. I've got some heart-shaped ones and some oval ones and some. I just have a big collection of those. They're so thin it might
be flat
if
enough?
one felt inclined to do so.
Oh.
So now I am starting. Have no clue what the next one is.
Well, whatever it is, y'all, it's gonna go in this nice green
Oh wait, do I
box.
have love? It's peace is the next one. I believe it's this one. If it's on the spool right. Yeah, it's because I thought, oh, what color am I going to make that sheep? Because instead of making the sheep 822 or ecru, which are almost the same, I decided to throw in a white sheep every so often. So I'm kind of doing ecru in white, and then I kind of think, oh, I think I'll do the next one both white. But so I've got it boxed up for the next one. This is kind of my addictive thing because I can watch TV. And it's the same all the way around. You get in a rhythm. Now the next border, the border is the same on these. It's the same stitch. It's just like these on the love, they're green to look like hearts. See? And then it's just the way they choose the colors. Form a different looking border, but it's the exact same stitch. So once you get started.
I can't wait.
Oh, and then, okay. So this is how I chose to put the colors, and the ring is growing because each one has common colors, but they throw in a different color. Now imagine this with, I cut a length like this big, and I'm only using one strand.
Yeah.
So I'll use like one strand of 780. Then I'll take it and I'll fold it and I'll just loop it. Now I've got it hanging here. And this was such a ball of mess that I decided, because I had time to be creative. I did these. I took the little tags and I punched another hole in with my paper punch. And I took off the little split ring. And I just made, there's the ecru.
You made floss drops.
Well, yeah.
Oh my God, it's genius.
For this project, I just put the DMC number on. So now I'm working off of this instead of this with all the strings on it, because the pattern will say you need 782, then 782 has a thing. And then when I'm done with this project, I'll just put this in with my floss bobbins.
Sure.
And if I have another project, I can just pull the tag. I'm just writing them on. It's not rocket science. I didn't invent the wheel.
It's genius.
I thought it was true. Because I'm like, this was a hot mess.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's not working for me. So this is, yeah. So when I need to get number 963, 869, I haven't used that yet, but I can just pull that, I can even just take this off if I wanted to and have it there if I'm working at it.
What a world we live in.
Yeah.
That is
so
amazing.
I thought that was kind of fun.
I might steal that if I can find my takes.
Well, you know what? I was going to buy some, and I bought some, I think, on Amazon, and then when I was at Walmart, I'm like, oh, because the ladies' room is right by the school supplies. So
That's how they get you.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, now that I've, gone to the ladies' room, what do I need? Well, hey, and I bought more. 200.
A plethora.
250.
One for each DMC color.
But so yeah.
Oh, what
so
a great idea.
I did that. That was kind of fun. And then he goes back in his laptop case.
That's a lot easier to manage than pillowcases.
I was getting frustrated with the pillowcase for
Do
something
you think
this
they
small.
have pillowcase or laptops this big?
I don't think so.
Okay, well,
But remember,
pillowcase it is then.
Judy from Huckleberry Quilts, now that I've got some time on my hands, Judy, I'll be contacting you. I have a collab.
I'll be watching you.
Remember, we have that collab.
Every breath you take.
Okay, then I do have something. Oh, look, this tag says Palace of the Winds.
I just ordered that.
I have not started it, but I'm counting it as a whip anyway.
It's a pip.
It's not even really pipped. I just want to show it again because I'm so obsessed with it. Look at that.
No.
Okay. And because I had several emails and we had a few comments about the colors. Now I said I'm stitching it on, as you can tell I've done nothing with it. Winter Brew, 36 count Winter Brew.
R&R, I think. Or is it?
I'm not sure. It's just a big piece of, it doesn't say, does it?
R&R,
R&R.
Reproductions.
So this is the fabric. I just bought
it's
whatever
beautiful.
Justine had. It's kind of a
It's kind of a scrappy do.
It is, yes, it's a very odd cut because I said I just want it all. She was trying to even it up, and I said, nope, just give me the whole
Just give
thing.
it to me, baby.
Yep, I want it all. So, I guess you put this back in the bag, right? This whole bag thing's throwing me.
Sometimes.
Okay, so here's the colors. Classic Colorworks Belle Soie silk. That's my French. And the dark color of the reds is Cranberry.
Okay, I'll put this in the
Yep.
notes below.
And then the medium color red is Berry Cobbler. And this camera is giving it an orange tone. And then the lighter color, I chose Cotton Candy.
It's going to be so stunning. Especially on that fabric. I can't wait.
But I can't wait either. But do we have to be reasonable? You know,
It's up to you.
I'm a reasonable person.
You know what my answer is going to be. No.
I like
That's why
to
we're
think.
running with scissors.
Oh, I know.
Nothing reasonable
Well,
about
actually,
that.
we're not running with scissors. Darn it, I forgot to get them. They're still in the drawer. We're going to have to break those big girls out, aren't we? So, I desperately want to start this, but I just can't justify it. Because she's stitching on this blue. I'm like, well, Forest of Sumatra. Does that ring a bell to anybody? It does to me. I walk past it 10 times a day. I've got to get it out of its pillowcase, but it needs a stitching station because it's on 30-inch scroll rods.
Mm-hmm.
I desperately want to start that, but maybe now. My plan is, maybe if I say it out loud, I'll be held
Get
to
ready,
it.
man. We'll hold her accountable.
There comes a time in the afternoon where I just don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Tom's down having a cold.
That's usually me from 12:01 p.m. to 12:01 a.m. That's usually me.
Tom is usually down having a cool, refreshing beverage, and I'm just like, it's too early to start dinner, so I think I want to take that 3 to 5 slot, and I want to pick a floss tube. I want to sit down and watch it, and I want to stitch. Not get up and go do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Not get up and do this, or I'm going to run an errand. I think I'm just going to force myself to have that time, and then I'll go down to that stitching station.
Yep.
After
After a while, it'll become a habit.
yeah, and I think, but my mind doesn't work like that. And Catherine and I were talking at dinner last night, and she said, you are a precise person in a rogue world.
That's a really good way to say
and I don't know how to do that. So I'm gonna try. So that's all I got done. That doesn't seem
I think it's
like that
good
much.
with all the other stuff you have going on and things
Yeah.
you're preparing for.
Yes, I'm preparing for a.
She'll text
event.
and like, good morning, I'm having my cappuccino. And then I'm doing these things, and it's like a list of 20 errands. And I'm like, I'm too tired to even go to my first meeting after hearing about your plan for the day. So,
But, yeah, it's just, everybody says when you're retired, you wonder, how do you ever had time to work?
yeah, I think it's
So-
true. I've heard that from a few people.
Yeah. So, well, what do we do now? Do you want to do you have Hardanger?
I didn't do any Hardanger.
You didn't do any Hardanger?
Mm-mm. Because it was over there somewhere. And
She could survive
I
off
lost
of the
track.
stack next to your chair.
yeah,
Seriously.
I honestly don't know what happened to it because it wasn't in that pile. It wasn't in the pile we've since retrieved.
Dude.
So I thought it was on the blue thingy-maboppers,
No?
but I
we'll
I have
to
no
find
idea.
that.
Sophie is missing.
We'll have to put out an APB.
yeah,
Sophie
I
alert.
honestly don't know.
So if your phones go off, it's just a Sophie alert. I do have some Hardanger.
Okay.
Twofold. Well, it's kind of multitasking. Okay. Last Saturday, Jane and I were invited to join Justine and Shelley and all the gals that were at the Welcome Stitchery 24-hour stitch-in held in Osage, Iowa at the Stitchery Nook. There's 3 shops that kind of share this 24-hour thing. And the reason why I was at the Stitchery Nook is because the facility that Justine uses didn't have air conditioning, so August was not a good time to have it, but she hosted it at the Stitchery Nook. So Justine called on her phone, and we had a video.
We
What's it called?
FaceTimed.
Is it FaceTime?
Yeah.
For Catherine came to get us set up, so
Thank
that
you,
was
Catherine.
fun. Yeah, thank you, Catherine. And that was really fun.
It was fun, and it was. Here's the thing that I got the biggest kick out of. So, meeting people was awesome, but the reactions were one of 2 extremes. It was either Justine would hold up the phone at the table and say, "Look who I found," and people would be like, "Oh my God, it's Jane and Julie! Oh my God, they're real, whatever." Or Justine would say, "Look who I found," and the people at the table would be like, "Who are they?"
No, and it was
Yeah, why not? It's Jane.
very lovely.
Yeah, it's Jane and Julie, and they're like,
Oh,
hi,
okay.
nice to meet you."
And we'd say, "Who are you?" They'd tell us, they'd show us what
Yeah,
they were
oh,
doing. It was great fun to meet.
Yeah,
Meet
but they
people.
look so confused, like,
And
why do we
who are they?
care?
They're not here.
Why do we care?
We don't know.
Oh,
They're
it was
not
awesome.
Here. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And she kind of toured us down into the shop because at the Stitchery Nook, the stitching was in this awesome facility
Yeah.
upstairs. Wow, I so wanted to be there,
Yeah.
didn't you?
Yeah.
And then downstairs was the store, so she
Yeah.
kind of walked us.
We got a virtual tour.
Yeah, it was.
It looks
really
amazing.
fun. Yeah, and Jane said, "Now I know why no one gets any stitching done." Because did you stitch at all?
I got 4 stitches in the grass of the full heart, and I filled in a periscope on Yellow Submarine, but otherwise.
Well,
I can totally see why, because it's all about making connections and seeing what other people are stitching on. And
and eating.
That was great.
What they were eating.
Yeah, we didn't have any snacks.
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't have any.
Next time.
Yeah. So what I did is I actually got it was a 2 hour, we were on the phone. In fact, Justine goes, I really want to continue. And I thought, oh, she's got other things to do. Her battery was dying and she didn't have a charger with her. So we had to.
And there was a storm coming, so we thought it might be
Yeah.
good if she had enough battery left for radar.
Yeah. So, but we were on for 2 hours, which flew by.
Yeah, it
Just
didn't
flew by.
seem that long.
I know.
It was a lot of fun.
Catherine's like, are you 2 girls fine here? No, because I think I'm going to go. Because she had sat on this stool for, in case we needed
Yeah, let me
tech
tell you,
support.
these stools,
Not friendly.
No.
So bar stools would probably be worth sitting on.
yeah, if they looked like tractor seats and they had backs on them,
Yeah.
that would be perfect
Yeah.
for me.
So what I worked on, are you ready for this, Hardanger?
Dun, 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 dun.
I did 3 of them in 2 hours. I
know.
have since done 23 more.
Oh my God, Julie.
Yeah, 23 more. Now, am I going to put them together and make a quilt? Nope. What I do is, this is my cheap prelude to the box. This is what
Nothing
I'm
cheap
teaching.
about that.
This is what I'm teaching at Justine's. Welcome Stitchery, September 30th. Class is full. Sunday, October 1st, I'm going to be down there for 2 days. Still has a couple openings. So if you're interested in learning Hardanger embroidery, it's a great way to learn, and this is the kit that we will be doing. And you can finish it in whatever color you want because it comes unfinished. But the reason how I teach is you'll all have a sample cloth to work with, but everybody cuts. So what I do is I stitch one of these for everybody to cut and wrap. So if you're a little more meticulous with your learning skills and are quite
Or you
ready
have
to
cutting
cut,
anxiety like Jane.
yeah.
Best to
Yep.
practice.
So that's what I'm doing is I have to stitch 36 of these. And I think this morning I did 2 more, so I'm up to 28 total. So I got a few more left to go. But
Wow.
that's kind of, you don't need a pattern, you don't need
I would still need
anything.
a pattern even after the 5th one. It's
No.
just terrible.
No. So I will put that up because we have in our propaganda boards here. We have the box class. How do you get that straight? At Welcome Stitchery. Love to have you in class.
I'm so jealous of everybody that's going to the class.
Well, you'll be missed. But you know.
Is my head going to be in a jar in the middle of the table for the class? Nobody
That's to
nobody
stay
needs that.
focused.
My apologies, y'all, to the people that viewed that Instagram
Oh,
post of my severed head on a ruler inside Julie's purse, mindlessly eating tater tots.
Yeah.
I guess is what I was doing.
well, we split the burger, but
Oh
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
At least there was some common sense there.
So that's my little bit of Hardanger.
I like
That's it. Not much.
Yeah. Well,
So-
any is good.
Yeah.
It's better than my 0, and the fact that I can't even find it.
Yeah, that's puzzling to me. We'll have to go on a search after we order lunch. We'll have to put an APB out on Sophie. I'm sure she's here someplace. So now what do we
Hope
have?
so.
Finishes?
Finishes?
Finishes.
Sure.
Do you have a finish?
I have previous finishes that were delightfully delivered today
I'm smooth, aren't
by
I?
Julie, because Julie finished these for me. And she sent me pictures, here's what I'm doing today. I'm doing some finishing. And I was like,
I'm mounting.
You took those,
I'm
those from
some
here?
stuff today.
Yeah, she rescued things out of the drawer no return.
That will be
and
empty.
finished them. So get ready, y'all, because Julie's finishing is like no one else's that I've ever seen.
It's fun.
So
take a simple design and when I showed it to her, you know what she said? I don't even remember
I
stitching.
don't remember stitching it.
She goes, where'd you get that?
Yeah. Well, in the drawer.
In
my drawer?
I sent her a photo. And
look at this.
I didn't paint the screws.
Oh God! I'll take it home.
I'm just
the first person that comes into my house and picks it up and goes, "Oh, those shoes are shiny." It's that's the last time. Did I say shoes? Screws are shiny. That's the last time they'll be here.
But they're little stackable checkers. It's so much fun to look through this stuff at the Hoblob. You can look. You go down the wood aisle and you're like, what can I do for feet? And they had unpainted checkers.
What a world we live in, that there would be a wood aisle at the Hoblob. That's amazing. Oh, I can't wait.
I got to match they had the perfect lace.
Oh yeah, it's so cool.
It matches the same brown in the stocking. Because that's not your regular ho-ho Christmas colors and stuff, so.
No. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Fun.
And I just noticed now that one of the stockings is the L. I just figured it out now.
Yeah.
So cool.
And it's got a button on it too.
Oh yeah.
Probably didn't focus in on that since you didn't even know you stitched it. Excuse me.
So a rescue out of the drawer of no return is that. And then there's another rescue. Out of the drawer of no return. This is Lizzie Kate. And look at this, y'all. Oh, look at that.
Well, that's for a gift for a gentleman. So I didn't want to frou it up, right?
He doesn't know what's coming. Do I still have to give it to him? Because I really like it. And
Jane, I think he'd know.
He is. Yes, he does have those special followers. You're right. But look at the blue.
He'd call and say, "Hey, Jane, is there something you want to tell me?" That has no feet because the ribbon was smooth. The reason why I put feet on is sometimes when the ribbon is thicker and you don't want it to wobble.
Yeah.
It wouldn't fall over, but it wouldn't be perfect. So,
yeah.
But this one
was gorgeous.
This one
it's just gorgeous. Well.
And the handle I thought matched the browns, and I love the handle. So my wood guy, I had to clean off his saw because I had all my garden tchotchke decorations that never had made it out to the garden yet. So we went and put all the bird feeders and teapots and all this stuff out. And he goes, "Oh, that's good to get that off the saw." And I go, "Could you cut some wood?"
Now that you mention it, honey.
I'd come out with the tape measure, and so he cut up the wood and glued it and clamped it, and
I will send this out next week.
Fun. It was fun to do. It was my pleasure.
And if you remember, I stitched it twice without knowing it. So
yes.
Maybe Julia's wood guy can cut another block for me, and I can mount it. And
it was fun.
And all that kind of stuff. So those are. Other than that.
Well, I had one more. He had a block for me.
Oh my God.
And this one was stitched, I don't know, close to 100 years ago. I had told Jane, don't know the designer, and you said it was Trilogy. And once she said Trilogy, I remember seeing it up in the corner. So then I remembered. So yeah, look at this little thing.
Oh my word.
I'm on a ship. There, I got it straight now.
Okay.
It's got that kind of fun and some black check, and he too has unpainted screws in his black checkers. But
And
isn't that
and
just cool?
Drawer pull is everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so much
Hold it
fun in
closer.
aisle 90. Just so simple, but he looks so cute. I stitched it and put it in my little drawer of no return. And then I thought,
think I have this.
and that was
somewhere.
even stretch mounted in the drawer.
No.
Yeah.
Was it really?
So I'm like, wow, I really was on a roll. What happened there?
Company was coming and you had to put everything away quickly.
But
That's
I'm
probably
glad
what it
that I
was.
didn't, because I wasn't blocking them like
Yeah.
this. And not everything in my house is blocked, but I do have a fair amount because they're seasonal.
I think it's perfect because
Yeah.
not all of us have wall space. And a lot of, and this isn't going to take up a lot of real estate on the
No.
on the piano or another table.
Yep.
You take it out of its preservative paper when you don't have it out, and you just
Yep. I
Stick
just
it
thought
out.
it was kind of
Awesome.
fun. So that was
Thank
a
you.
really good thing, because look at, those are 3 things that I got finished. They're not always, do you have a list of things you have to do, and then you sit down at the end of the day and you go, I was busy all day and I didn't do anything. So do you write it on so you can check it off?
I do that,
Well, this was my mental list.
especially at work.
I really should do that. Oh, I'd like to do that. So I got this and my bathrobe fixed. And I got a pair of pants for Catherine's neighbor boy hemmed. I've got one more left to do, but it just feels good to get some of
Yeah.
those idle things
really
done.
does.
Another stack gone, so I'm finding more and more counter space so we've got some new thing that Catherine and Jane and I are going to collab on again.
Stay tuned, y'all.
Yeah, so that's going to be kind of fun,
Yeah.
just to use different parts of your brain that aren't always stitching related.
Yeah.
So,
Might be some creativity
yeah,
going on.
and pie. There will be. We're embarking on pie season.
You know what? I was going to talk to you. I accidentally somehow, in my grocery order, there are 2 bags of frozen rhubarb.
No.
Julie makes a rhubarb custard pie. It'll make you find religion. So maybe one day when you're not super
It'll bring
busy,
you to your knees.
you could come over and we could make pie
Yes.
and stitch and then eat pie.
Yes. And does that doesn't have cinnamon in it, so Catherine can have it too.
Maybe after Labor Day.
Yeah. Pie season. Oh, and I also,
This
Okay.
is terrible.
no,
You got-
but
no,
I
this
gotta
is-
tell you. Okay, so this is stitching related because
Okay.
it's my website, doesn't have any product on it anymore. But I still have What's Cooking and On the Road Again and What Happens at Grandma's Stays at Grandma's. And that's where we will be posting our recipes. So when we have,
Nice.
I'll put the oatmeal cake up on there, and then we can have the rhubarb pie on
Yeah.
there. And someone had suggested a viewer that she wanted my cherry chicken pasta salad.
Yeah.
So that's, instead of me taking a photograph and putting it on Instagram, because I still don't get Instagram. So for those of you who have sent us comments and stuff, I'm not too good at that, on how that works. So I need a Instagram.
You just have other
lesson.
things going on.
Well, and I'm old. That works at my family. I'm old. I don't know how that works. So now what do we do?
I think we are
Oh.
to delightful deliveries.
Cool. Do you have some?
I'd have a few.
Okay, well, you want to show me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I've talked too much.
You have your pile there.
Okay, well, I have delightful downloads. I know. And this is by Susan Machado Designs.
Susanna Machado Design.
Yeah, Machado.
Yep.
I barely know English, let alone put any accents on anything. Not
Oh,
my
that's
accent is. My mom would say you
beautiful.
put the accent on the wrong syllable.
That's beautiful.
I was thinking, in my defense, this would be really cool as an everyday thing.
Yeah.
To put down in my family room that's black, orientated with color
Yeah.
and display. Then this is just one of many barnyard stacks. This is by Cherry Hill
Oh, I love
Stitchery.
Cherry Hill stuff.
Oh, but the spring one just was too cute. Sorry, it's crooked.
Oh,
Isn't that cute?
that is really cute.
Bella likes cows, and I thought that was the cutest
I
cow.
like cows.
Yeah, she
And
likes,
they like me.
she likes cows.
I like cows. Just you wait and see. Cows say moo. Hey, move over. I like cows. I like cows. It's from a song by the Suburbs.
I thought it was the dramatic reading.
Google it, people. I Like Cows by the Suburbs.
Oh my God, I'm like, Jane, is that tetanus shot? Really?
Don't touch it.
She's losing her mind.
Well, true, but
I just, for a
Google
minute, I felt like I should be doing this in some
the
cafe.
hippie snaps.
You're too much. Oh, like I can't think now. Okay.
I like cows. Hey, move. Move over.
I thought it maybe was a nursery rhyme thing. Like,
I'm not that clever.
Oh, okay. Well, I had trouble with my, it's hard to find a train of thought after that.
And scene.
Okay.
You can do it.
I can do it.
Move. Move over.
Okay, this is tape. Let's just start. It is double-sided tape. I got fabric tape. I got off of Instagram. Several of you chimed in on my debacle I had with my ribbon on my little patriotic thing that I finished with the Mod Podge I didn't like. They suggested using double-sided fabric tape. So I got the 1/4 inch because I thought, it was like 1/4 inch and then 3/4 inch and a 1/2 inch. My ribbon's usually 3/8 of an inch.
Yeah,
I just
perfect.
bought the 1/4 inch to try. And that's what I used. I used it on, it stuck very well to the wood and to the fabric edge on your piece and my piece, and it showed no residue or seepage because it's
medium
just
tack
tape.
and acid free and residue
But
free.
I could not use it on this because it showed shiny through the lace.
Oh, sure.
And that was not good for me. So what I did on this is I did put out with a Q-tip, more than just cleaning ears. I put on the back side a dab of Mod Podge on the center of each lace oval, and that's what held this in place.
Oh,
and it
good
didn't
idea.
seep through. So
Nice.
But this was thank you for all the suggestions, and this is something that I think I will use several times with that. So that was kind of fun. Then, Jane. Erica Michaels, chocolate or coffee? Take time to smell the coffee. Take time to savor the chocolate.
Words to live by.
Look at that.
Those are so cool.
Aren't they cute?
Yeah.
So
And they look like they would be a relatively quick stitch, like
Yeah.
something you might be able to do over a weekend.
Okay.
A holiday weekend.
Deer hunting when Tom's gone. Then I could
There
get
you
it
go.
done. Yeah. And I did order some brown ribbon. So I'll let you know
That's
how
so
that
cool.
goes. So yep. I don't know what
Another
else
great
stitching up.
project.
They said 37 count legacy linen. So we'll see. I think I'll just use something that I have.
Or
But-
something that I have.
Yes.
Shop
Then-
there first.
This is by Shannon Christine Designs.
Yeah.
Red, White, Bloom. And I bought this because these were delightful deliveries. These aren't downloads. These were delightful deliveries. Catherine has started cross stitching.
You go, girl.
And she loves 4th of July, and I thought this might be something for
great.
her to start. She finished this little free handout that Justine gave her when we were down there.
Yeah.
She just, wow, rock on. She had so much fun. She stitched it on 18 count raw linen over 2. And she did great. I'm so proud of her.
I caught a glimpse of some of her first stitches, and they looked fantastic.
Yeah, so now I thought maybe this, but she's jumping right in. What's that new one that, probably not new, but new to me? The Hello There Months by Hands on Designs. It's a little month with the buttons. She wanted that. So I'm set that we're going to look through your fabric because I think, tell me if I'm wrong, 28 count, it calls for 32. But this is only her second project. I'm wanted her to do it on a even weave rather than a linen.
Yeah.
Because she did say, is that why some of those were so thin?
Yeah.
So she picked up on it even on the 18 count.
Yeah.
So I thought she could probably do it on a 28 count and the button sizes wouldn't be compromised.
No. Yeah, I know. I think I have a yard of white.
Yeah. So
because I thought maybe I would do Hardanger on it.
So what for a second project, she's doing 12 months. It's quite simplistic in stitching, but I'm just so glad that she, and she started quilting too, so holy cow, sewing, Jane.
She's multi-talented. Yeah. She really is multi-talented. Yeah.
She fixed it. Okay, so I digress. I'm sorry. Oh, and here's another one from Shannon Christine. I really liked looking through her things.
Posy Manor.
Isn't that cool?
That
Look at
really
the
cool.
detail in those houses.
Yeah.
Is like lace. Now, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do that as a drum. Because it's almost 8 by 15.
It would be beautiful as a drum.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think I want to stitch that and do it as a drum. And then that can be in Bella's guest room at our house.
Sure.
Because it's got the that pinky rose.
Oh.
So, let me see. Delightful deliveries and my delightful downloads. And my bin's empty, but you've got things to share too.
I do. So my first delightful delivery was a very delightful surprise and an act of kindness. So I explained last time how I've been pestering people on Instagram because Julie was gone so much. I was like, hi, I'm Jane, like whatever. And Jenny and Nancy of the Bougie Stitchers, also folks that you should be watching, have been so kind and generous with their time. And so we've been messaging back and forth. And one night Nancy and I were messaging back and forth, and she's like, oh, what are your like top 5 hobbies? What do you like to do? And I'm like, oh, photography and stitching, and I named a few other things. So what are your favorite colors? Like whatever. And I thought, wow, this is like speed dating. Like my husband doesn't even know what my favorite color is, but Nancy does now. And a package came in the mail, and look at that, everybody.
Isn't that so
She made me a project
cool.
bag. I cried.
It is so
with
cool.
cameras.
The
My first
fabric is amazing.
My first true love.
Is
isn't it?
photography. Yeah.
And I love the texture on the top. But that wasn't all. She knows that the frog and I have our own intimacy. So she got me an unstitcher, which I guess I probably could use this morning on the 25 count. And then she made me a very beautiful floss ring. And then she sent along needle minders for both. One for me and one for Julie. And that's their logo. How cool is that?
Way cool.
And a very beautiful card.
Yeah.
And just a random act of kindness that just
warmed your heart.
Made my day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Nancy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will treasure it. My next start will be in here. Love it.
Can't wait.
And then the August fabric from Color and Cotton came. And this is 36 count Mystic Owl.
Ooh.
Yeah, which is a very beautiful,
Kind of like a
light
stuff
gray.
pewter?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Pewter?
it's kind of. Oh, here's your bathrobe. Sorry.
Oh,
Pewtery.
I
Yeah.
really like that.
Beautiful. And then the August colors came. I don't know how they do it, but every month I just squeal when I open the
I
package
know.
and I see the fibers. Amazing. And I've said it before, I really hope that more designers start to design with the color and cotton fibers because they are, they're gorgeous.
Yep.
So that's those. I'm going to put this back in the, hopefully I'm going to put it back in the bag. I don't want them to be separated.
No.
I'll never find them again. They'll probably be with Sophie, wherever Sophie went. And I picked up a chart. This is Silver Creek Samplers. Give greatly. Your greatness is not in what you have, but what you give. And that's so apropos because I feel like that's what the stitching community is really about. And it had a snowman and a rabbit on it, two of my favorite things. So
Yes.
I had to have it. So that's super cute. And then I belong to the Quarterly Fabric Club Patreon for Fox and Rabbit. And there was a little bit of a mix up this time around. I'm on the 40 count, but they had experienced death by spreadsheet and things got shifted a little bit. So some folks got the wrong count or, whatever. Anyway, I was one of those people. Instead of 40 count, I got a 36 and a 32 count. What a happy accident. It's gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, look
And
at those colors.
Brendan was so apologetic. He's like, just let me know. I can give you a credit on our website or I can replace it. And I emailed back and said, I'll take it as is.
Oh.
This is 36 count Ocean Air by Fox and Rabbit. And it's a beautiful, beautiful blue. It's lighter than it's showing up on camera. But it's beautiful.
It is.
Yep. So that came 36 count Ocean Air. And then this is 32 count Oyster Mushroom, which is a color I think I don't have. Yeah, and that's pretty true. It has kind of a rose-ish tint to it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, 36 count Oyster Mushroom.
It's prettier
32
in
count.
life than it is
Yeah, it's
showing up
beautiful.
on the camera.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then very exciting, I bought extra knobs for my scroll bars. I have a collection of scroll bars. They multiply like rabbits. But,
Did you notice I only put one of the 3 packages on the table?
no, they're all here.
Oh.
She always tells my secrets. Yeah, I bought.
That's a lot of knobs. I didn't want them all on the table.
It's 5 projects.
I wasn't calling you on it that way. No, it was because that's a lot of knobs to have on the table. I don't like knobs.
They're all contained in their packages. It would have been okay.
I can't.
Anyway, those are my delightful deliveries.
Awesome. Oh,
The chair is full. The bin is empty. I don't have my binoculars, so I
I
can't
didn't
tell.
even know I didn't even know if we were gonna do one because I didn't feel like I had enough stuff to show or anything worth putting on my eyebrows for.
Well,
And my Flosstube bra, but I'm here. Yeah, that's a plus.
yeah, I think we always manage to find something to talk about, like cows and how much we like them, and how much they like me.
Yeah, it's a very moving
Just wait and see.
story.
It's a moving story. Oh my God.
Oh, I think it's time to button this show up, isn't it?
All right.
Oh, well, wait. When are we going to be back? We did have a discrepancy on that.
We'll either be back in a couple of weeks or maybe 3 weeks, because I have not been to the family cabin yet this summer. One of my favorite places, and it's a good opportunity for me to see my mom, who I haven't seen since the last time I was at the cabin. So, not this upcoming week, but the week after, we may go and try to stay maybe a week. And so I told Julie I just can't guarantee I'll be back on the Saturday that we were normally film.
Mm-hmm.
So it may be 3 weeks. It could be that we're back in all of our glory.
So don't worry.
Yeah, so don't worry. If we're not back in 2 weeks, don't worry. It means the following week we'll be back. So, but we will be back. So until then, give yourself some grace. Be kind to yourselves. And always remember to give yourself one more day. Just one more. And then another one after that. And then another one after that. If I can do it, you can do it too.
Me too.
So let's pinky swear that we will string all of those one more days together until we meet back up here to have another adventure together. And until then, Julie and I wish you nothing but the best health and happiness and the abundance of all of the things that make you happy. And so until we see you next time, happy stitching, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Please work, clicker.
Okay.
All right, please work.
Please
Please.
work.
Oh. I can make you shut down if you won't. I can't sing. I can make your Bluetooth talk to your phone here in the dark for what seems like hours. We will lay down our floss and hope we lose power, but we won't. No, we won't. 'Cause I can't make you shut down if you won't.